You join us again to listen to first-time listen songs from albums which we have not yet got round to listening to. This one is Vampire Weekend, Modern Vampires of the City. There it is. We're going to go on a random selection. There's lots of tracks on it, I think. How many tracks are there? There are at least 12. So we're going to go random selection and we're going to listen to it and respond accordingly. Diolch. Come on, Bobsy. This one is called...
Oh, sweet thing, Zion doesn't love you. Babylon don't love you, but you love everything. Oh, you say America don't love you.
Sounds like untuned melody.
So I could never love you in spite of everything. In the dark of this place, there's the glow of your face. There's the dust on the screen of this broken machine, and I can't help but feel that I made some mistake, but I let it go. Through the fire, through the flames, you won't even say your name. Through the fire, through the flames, you won't even say your name. Only I am that I am. Who could ever live that way? What your way, what your oh, the motherland don't love you. The fatherland don't love you. So I love anything. Oh, good God, the faithless they don't love you. The zealous hearts don't love you. That's not gonna change. All the candles and fires, all the paranoid style, all the tension and fear of a secret career. And I can't help but feel that you see the mistakes, but you let it go. Through the fire, through the flames, you won't even say your name. Through the heart, through the flames, you won't even say your name. Say I am that I am. But who could ever live that way? What your way, what your
Outside the tents, on the festival grounds, as the air began to cool and the sun went down, my soul swooned as I faintly heard the sound of you spinning Israelites into 19th nervous breakdown.
through the fire, through the flames. You won't even say your name.
Well, wow. What a random selection that was. I'm looking at the lyrics. The song before this one is called Worship You. And I'm tempted or prompted to think that this could be a concept album. I wish it was. I wish it was a concept album. I would willingly sit through a video with a red nose, knowing that I would be rewarded with a concept album. Young Lion, you take your time, Young Lion. Hudson died in Hudson Bay. The water took its victim's name. Now rivers rise toward Riverside to change their names again. A stranger walked in through the door, said, all apartments are pre-war. We laughed and asked him for his name. He stayed until the end. We watched the Germans play the Greeks. He mocked their 99-year lease. Our father signed, which I declined to try and comprehend. Over and over again, all these never-ending visions. You know, people who write lyrics like this, they are, very interesting. I mean, it's just such a challenge to delve underneath what's being said. But this is, the beauty of an album, isn't it? Where you can kind of get lost in the album, as opposed to people like me who just tune in for one song to get a sample of it. This is why I listened to that Mystery CD album. 40 years ago it was recorded. It's on this channel, and I advise you to go and listen to it. I'm not going to say who the artists are. These are the artists. This Vampire Weekend, I'm familiar with their first two albums because my Mrs. P wanted the album, and we bought it. They were fairly successful, weren't they? And then this one, I seem to remember, was on later. And they have a maturer sound. The mature production on this song it reminds me of Blue Nile in some respects. And the song is called Yah Hey. Yah without the H. Now we all know that Yahuwah is I am who I am. Jehovah, in other words, without the J. So it says in this lyric, doesn't it? It says in this lyric, through the fire and through the flames, Yah hey, you won't ever say your name. Through the fire and through the flames, you won't even say your name. Only I am what I am. But who could ever live that way? Well, because I'm going to confront this lyric now and say, because we're dealing with an almighty, divine creator, almighty, all-knowing, divine creator who's planned it all. He also has a son and a spirit, a Holy Spirit. I shall decline from explaining further because I know nothing. Okay? But this is what I believe. And I think the motherland don't love you. The fatherland don't love you. So why love anything? Why love anything? You're asking this divine, all-knowing creator. You're questioning his ability to love. When you look at the elements and everything that's created, you then deny the creator the right to love or the ability to love. I'm not sure we should be going up to such an all-powerful being and saying, excuse me, I just want to correct you, because we don't understand everything you do, you can't love us, or you can't love anything. That's a trifle facetious on our part. Brilliant song. Loved it. Would I listen to it again? In the context of the album, yes. Shall we listen to the first song? Or shall we research? You can do your own research and see whether it's a concept album. Good. Thank you very much for listening. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Oopla Bobby Hook to baby I chi. I give it 80%.